Good evening, lads and lasses. I am fucking tired of shit, but we shall continue. Now, I will not be streaming a lot this week and the weeks after, mainly because I am actually very busy with tests. Oh yeah, boy, I'm fucking tired. Wait, what was I supposed to do? Right, we already talked about it. So I think let's check out the prison. My boy Van Zeeks. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He's dude. Daddy Van Zeeks is fine. Then we got Fresno room. Oh shit. Okay. Room on Fresno Street. Alright, let's fucking examine stuff. Alright, yeah, I don't think there's anything new here. Fuck, dude. I just want to look at that photo again, like... Look how they massacred my boy. My boy Gregsy. Gregsy! My boy. He was a good boy. He didn't deserve to die. But was he the reaper of the reaper's curse or something? But he doesn't. Okay, let's visit Mr. Visual. Fuck. Then they say that This is the ward where Mr. Visual was brought, apparently. To be frank, I'm a little worried about seeing him again. Ow! It's Mr. Visual! Okay, how does his voice go? The lawyer. Hello again. Are you feeling better now, Mr. Vigil? Maybe I'll cut this stream short as well. I'm gonna be so busy. I'm tired, really. Yes, thank you. Somewhat better. I'm so sorry to have caused you to... I mean, it wasn't because of me. If I hadn't exposed your secret and forced you to remember things you'd obviously tried to forget. Poor dude. The prosecutor was here already until a few months ago. Okay, too. You dismissed him. Oh, okay. From months ago. Fuck. Oh, because I'm oblivious to it. Okay, that's normal. He said the same as you. He was very apologetic. But the truth is, I brought us all upon myself. Please, don't think like that. Don't think like that, my buddy. Why does he do that? Keeping it from Evie, my wife, all these years, I've carried such a sense of guilt. But that's not the worst of it. Over time, I obviously came to deceive myself as well. Damn. You mean about your dismissal? Looking back now, I'm beginning to think that perhaps Inspector Gregson didn't stumble across me by accident at all. I mean, he compensated me so generously for acting as a stand-in. He was clearly concerned for my well-being and doing what he could to help. So perhaps Gregson knew exactly what had become of Mr. Vigil all along. Ooh. I'm feeling cold now. I should get a jacket. I'm sure this is just a search for 10 years of lies and deceptions, but... It wasn't me that helped the professor escape 10 years ago. It wasn't me. I swear I wasn't. I swear it's true. Oh, Mr. Vigil. I'm sure you'd rather not dirge up even more from your past at this time, but if possible, could you tell us exactly what really happened? I want to get... I need to get all of this off my chest. I just want someone to tell me what I should have done. Right. Alright, Mr. Vigil, tell me everything you know. I want to know this first, though. But let's go here first. Inspector Gregson was obviously engaged in a special operation of some sort. He was investigating something that even Scotland Yard couldn't care about. Details of the Reaper's marks, yes. It was when he had to carry out these investigations that I would take his identification and impersonate him. You'd pretend to be the inspector and carry out investigation on his behalf. Oh no, never! A common street peddler couldn't possibly carry out a proper police investigation. All I would do is go to the specified location and make a hoo-ha. A little hoo-ha. Just something to leave an impression. So everyone there would think Detective Cole Gregson was there. Right. Oh, yeah, because he's busy investigating other things. So that's why you were doing on the day prior to the incident? Yes, he asked me to make an appearance at the park, Lime Street, for the Red-Headed League event. Yeah. So as usual, I flashed Inspector's identification around and was very vocal about my presence. But you were taken prisoner by those red-headed fraudsters. Yes. So you would make a point of showing Gregson's identification and generally being loud. I should do that. That's what the inspector asked me to do. Yes. Well, that's one way of becoming a legendary detective, I suppose. Not a good one, though. I'm hungry. Fuck. I ate dinner not long ago. And as you know, I suffered this bruising around my neck at the hands. But the following day, they kept their word and released me. Without returning the inspector's identification to you, however. We had arranged to meet in the Fresno Street room at 5 that day so I could report back to the inspector. But at the agreed time, that's when I heard the gunshot. Go blimey, lads. Scary. Maybe we should put this here? Over here. So I can see shit. Yeah. It was midnight on 17th of June, 10 years ago. There was the time scheduled for the execution. I'm hungry. Yeah, I may have to keep this stream short, otherwise my face will feel so numb. But the professor's execution never actually took place, did it? Or rather, the execution itself must have been used to effect the plan of escape. I hardly dare to imagine what a chilling plan it was. Barclay was renowned for being the highest security prison in the country. Everything went in or out of the place was searched multiple times. But there was one notable exception. Or rather, one notable loophole. Something that was never questioned. There we go. I have a feeling I know what that loophole was now. The coffins into which the bodies of the executed convicts were placed, correct? Yeah. Yes. Once the coroner had confirmed the death of a condemned convict, the body was taken in its coffin for immediate burial in the Low Gate Cemetery just behind the prison. The chief warder first had to sign the necessary papers. After that, no member of the staff was permitted to touch the coffin containing the body again. Oh my god, I don't feel so good. I might have to cut this stream short. Alright, I'm gonna stream for about an hour, or at least until the second half is done. I don't feel so good. I'm so hungry. I think I'm feeling numb. When execution took place on the day only the execution and the coroner was permitted inside the chamber, I would wait in the adjacent room for the word that the condemned convict was dead. Why does he do that? Indication. Once I had that confirmation, I went to the mortuary to find a lone coffin as usual. The procedure was that I would sign the paperwork, having checked the coffin, then nail it shut. Oh my god. Shit, I'm fucking tired. But for some reason that day, the coffin was already nailed shut. No. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I assume my deputy must have checked the coffin and nailed it shut before I arrived. So you mean the coffin contained... Yes, I can only imagine that Asogi, having escaped his execution somehow, was alive inside the coffin. The coffin was taken out through the main gates and deposited in Locate Cemetery. Presumably, there wouldn't have been enough of air inside to breathe for long. So in the early hours following the burial, someone dug up the coffin again to set Genshin free. But in the end, he was finally shot in the graveyard anyway. That's sad. What on earth really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night, I wonder? I'm afraid I don't know. All I could say is with certainty are two things. Soki couldn't possibly have escaped that way without help from somebody working in the prison. And that somebody was not me. The poor man lost his job. He's framed. But I don't know if he's innocent or not. But I could say that. The poor sod. Obviously, you knew the men then. The professor, I mean. Genshin Asogi. Yes, I remember it well, in fact. Would you mind telling us what you know? Oh god, I feel... Oh, wait, oh fuck. No. Excuse me. Well, having been condemned to death as he was, any contact I had with the man was short, obviously. After the trial, which was carried out behind closed doors, attended only by the elite members of judiciary, they called for his execution to be carried out at the earliest possible opportunity. Let's fucking go. Sorry, I was reading a fucking Discord thingy. The outcome of the trial was set from the beginning, wasn't it? It was a time of delicate diplomacy, when Britain and Japan were in the process of signing an important treaty. Yeah, I don't feel so. That meant that this potentially destabilizing case had to be dealt with swiftly and discreetly. The man had less than a week in total. As I was the chief warder, I always saw his short stay in the cells until his final hour. I remember being struck deeply by his noble character and incredible resilience. What do you mean exactly? He was a killer of many men, but he was also quite impolite. He was a gentleman and a man of intellect. In fact, I couldn't bring myself to believe what he'd done. So I asked him one day. Shit. Those 5 members of the aristocracy whose lives were taken, were you really responsible? Oh, shit. Don't forget. Alright, Or maybe because I don't have enough calories today. Alright, I'm gonna get bread later. I'm guilty of the unforgivable crime of ending another human's life, yes. Fuck. The following day, the closed trial took place, and the verdict was no surprise. Guilty. That night, when he was brought back to his cell, I saw something. Something unusual. Something unusual? What? The last will and testament of Genshin Asoki. What? Wait, is it about his son? Is it about his son, if anything? Okay, I have to know now. Nah, I think as I said, it was on the night following his trial, after he'd been found guilty. I was doing the rounds of the cell, and when I looked into Asoki's, I noticed he seemed to have a sheet of paper in his hand. Ah, his last will and testament then, presumably. As soon as he noticed me, he hurriedly shoved it behind his back. But why did you find that so unusual? Is that normal for a man to pen a will when he knows his death is nigh? Yes, that's true. But there were special conditions to Asoki's incarceration, you see. What sort of conditions? Well, even though he was held in a cell designed for condemned inmates, he was allowed to keep his personal effects with him, with one exception. Really? He was allowed these things? That is unusual, certainly. Of course, he'd been convicted of killing 5 members of aristocracy. At the same time, he was a guest in our country from the Empire of Japan. The powers that be were determined that his final days shouldn't be needlessly uncomfortable. And what was the exception you mentioned to the personal effects he was allowed? That's the point. He wasn't permitted to have writing materials. Specifically, no pens or paper. So, he was prevented from leaving any written record of what happened to him. Yes, that was the long and short of it. I've no idea where he obtained that paper. Any writing material would have been confiscated from him upon incarceration. As I said, he hid the paper behind his back, and then he pleaded with me. What did you just hide behind your back? Please, turn a blind eye. This is my lifeline. But, you know it's against the rules. You're the only person who's seen. If you just agree to keep quiet. All right then. But what's on that paper? A last will and testament. This will is the only weapon I have left now. I'm having chills. Oh my gosh. How can a will be a weapon? So I decided to pretend I'd see nothing, and I let him keep his will. But then later, it just seemed to vanish without a trace. What? What do you mean? It vanished? Hey, yo, bro. It would seem that isn't the end of the story of this mysterious well. Fuck, another one! Let's fucking go! I was the only person who saw Soki's well, but somehow it disappeared. It was after Soki's execution, which was actually an elaborate jailbreak. The warders gather up Soki's possessions that were in his cell. They were all to be sent back to his family home in Japan, you see. To poor Kazuma-sama. And you're saying that it wasn't anywhere to be found among his personal effects? The will, I mean. That's right. Though I didn't search through them myself. But Governor Kaden was livid. He was screaming, "Ikane disappear completely!" Kane. He sounds Scottish actually. Or Gaelic some sort. I don't know. Does he? I don't know his accent. Whatever. That doesn't quite make sense though, does it? In what way? Well, we'd understood that only Mr. Fisher was aware of the will's existence. In which case, how did the prison governor know to look for it? Oh yes, you're right. Prison governor. I really don't know how he knew, but it certainly seems as though he knew of the will's existence from the outset. Only he didn't refer to it as a will. Fuck. What he said was... The Asogi Papers. The Asogi Papers. What is wrong with the tracking? Oh, because, yeah, I'm feeling groggy right now and I'm bending my head forward. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't feel too good. I don't... Fuck. Alright, let's keep going. I really can't tell you anything of the subsequent events. Because, well, of what happened. Your dismissal, and the way you blocked it all from your memory. I'd forgotten all this until today. I don't suppose it's relevant to the case, though. Well, anyway, thank you very much for sharing with us, Mr. Visual. We're very grateful. God blimey. I think I need more calories, mate. I'm afraid there's really little more than I can tell you. My wife Evie will be here shortly. So I do hope I don't appear rude, but... No, not at all. Thank you again. Feel shit. Ooh, I'm not okay. I feel numb, but fuck. So that fucking myself. But what will become of you now? What will become of you now? Well, impersonating a police officer is a criminal offense, of course. I imagine that once I'm fully covered, I shall be arrested. I'm so sorry. Don't be, please. It was all my undoing. I always knew that this day would come. Well, I wish you well. Goodbye, Mr. Vigil. God, it's a criminal offense. Ah! But before you go, there's just one thing. Yes. What is it? The Asogi Papers. I'd be very grateful if you make no mention of the things I told you about them. Presumably for some good reason. It's my understanding that their very existence is a closely guarded secret. If it become known that I'd remember, well, it could be rather troublesome, I think. I could watch that later. I understand. Some sort of will that Genjin Asogi penned just before his death, which the man himself claimed was his last weapon. I wonder... Oh, someone's calling me. I gotta check this out. Be right back. Yes? Seems that my cat has vomited, and I'm sorry you guys have to hear that. That was my little sister. I love her very much. I have to deal with this. I have to stream then. Holy shit, I don't feel so good. Perhaps it had something to do with this plan to escape. Is the game almost... And it's actually the 4th chapter. So there's like one more chapter after this. Because it's getting super spicy. Holy shit. If there's anyone who might know more about a document that Kazuma's father's left behind. And I'm gonna concentrate on Yakuza after, and maybe some... What's it called? What are those things called? Indie games. Indie horror games. But I think I might just upload those and just be a YouTuber instead of a streamer. For that one. I don't know. And I don't feel so good right now. Fuck. It would be Mr. Vigil's governor. Then we know precisely where we must go. Back to BUNGAAA prison. To BUNGAAA prison, lads. What? What is this new... I don't feel so good. Yeah, I think I lack calories today. This diet is dangerous, if anything. I'm at BUNGAAA prison. Oh wait, maybe it's a different prison. Okay, never mind. Yeah. It's that clock though. I have to get ready. Oh my god! That back! Hey ya! That back again! Hey ya! Wait, I have a message. What did I just walk into? His back? Ugh, back again, I fear. Yes, hello. I've heard all about your investigation. I read the reports just now. You found him, eh? Vigil. I am sorry. Yes, luckily. I want that clock. I want that clock right there. Well, anywho, did Disney work here no more? I think I got his accent now. Did he not work here no more? So your case is not to do with BUNGAAA. I would like you. He looks so mad, like he's judging me. Yeah, he does that. Wouldn't I like you to get the wrong idea about that? Of course, yes. Mr. Vigil stopped working here 10 years ago now, so we're gonna finish Star Ocean. You know what? I've been thinking of that. Maybe after this game, because I have two plans. Either I'm gonna speedrun Fable Free or finish Star Oceans. Let's go. Yes, we've seen his dismissal notice, haven't we? He was given the chop. I want that clock. Oh my god. That's a cool grandfather clock. Let me check real quick. Ah, hey, come here. You clean very well. How about a wee handcuff biscuit? I want one of those biscuits, please. Thank you. Ah, they really are like little handcuffs. As hard as irons too. Ah, I don't feel so good. I'm not reading well. Yeah, that clock is cool. So, what brought you doing here today? I want to put my hand in there. Actually, same. It would be pretty funny. Well, there's something else we'd like to ask you about, actually. Is that so? We believe there might have been a document that disappeared from Genshin Asogi's cell. I think it's been called the Asogi Papers or something. Ooh. Oh no, he's serious again. He's ready now. Hey, yo, bro! Man's super burly. Did I know say, Greggson's death is no to do with things that might have happened at BUNGAAA. Why the teacup so small? He's just huge. He's just huge. Leave the past in the past, laddie. Let not futter about with irrelevant details. His expression changed completely. We're clearly onto something here. Why is he so fabulous, though? That's what she's... Huh? Wait, what did she say? Is clearly onto something. I don't know. Alright, let's see. 10-year-old legacy. You still owe me debt for Resident Evil 2 remake gameplay. True. You know what? I should continue the game. Just for a little while next time as well. Holy shit. That he's so huge. Yeah, he is huge. That matters. Botched execution and the whole miserable escape. I fucking hate this. They were BUNGAA's darkest hour. Aye. A shocking embarrassment. Because the convict had a collaborator on the prison staff, you mean? Aye. For shame. The coroner who confirmed the death of the man after this execution, Courtney Seeth. And my chief warder at the time, Visual, who was in charge of the whole affair. But Mr. Visual says he didn't know anything about it. That rascal wouldn't have said otherwise, eh? More handcuffs. Oh my god. Now look at it. Yeah, the teacup is too small. How can I say no? You can never have too much iron in your diet. When Mr. Visual was handed his dismissal, it is as a result of what happened. I hate voicing girls. He was so despairing, he jumped out of your office window, didn't he? Handcuff me. Next time, maybe later. Or something, I don't know. I don't know like to say. But that's just Visual trying to get out of it. Right. Do you not think that he would have jumped from the shock of his crimes being exposed there? I do. You wouldn't say otherwise, though, would you? Of course. I can shun all responsibility myself. I shouldn't have let them deceive me. Alright. Actually, there's barely anybody that can sort what went on at the time now. We Gregson having been murdered and Dr. C is forbidden from having any visitors. No visitors. Someone obviously doesn't want her giving away. I can't read. Not like this. Maybe I should after this guy I should stop. I don't know. Wait, no, it's only 35 minutes, so I have time. Well, we're not going home empty-handed. And I wouldn't dream of sending you packing without now, Kimmer. Here, take a handcuff or two. Oh, well, it wouldn't be right to say no. Want to become a panic and bleh. Fuck, I can't read. I don't feel so good. I suppose if there's anybody who might still kin about what happened back then, it'd be that lass from the forensic division, Maria Gory. Wait, who the fuck is Maria Gory? I'm not okay, actually. I feel numb all over. But my face is still good, because usually my face would feel very numb on stream if I'm like this. I don't know. Maria Gory. Wait, who is Maria Gory? Aye, Sid's daughter. She'd have no more, just the one. But the wee Baron followed in her mum's footsteps. You didn't ever see her without a scalpel in her hand. I will be okay, don't worry. I'll get something to eat later too. I think I need some sugar. Mama? Mama, what is this? Where did she spring from? And did she call the doctor Mama? Ooh. Dr. Seith's daughter, Maria Guri. We could do with that talking to her. Let me stretch back. Okay, I'm good. So, she's Dr. Seith's daughter, but her surname is Guri? Aye, there's some family history, I'm sure, but I didn't ken the ins and outs of it. She grew up watching her mum working with the bodies of folk who died in strange circumstances. What if he's Scottish though? And decided to do the same with her own life. I can understand it. It's myself. I don't think I can do a fucking Scottish accent at the moment. Shit. Whatever. Perhaps she was driven by deep respect for her mother. Perhaps, anywho. She was in charge of Gregson's autopsy, I believe. Right. And the coroner responsible for this incomplete report. Someone told me once that the wee lassie always loved her mum's stories about cutting up bodies. God blimey, this family's scary. There's even a rumor that she used to listen to the funeral march as a lullaby. What? Well then, her mother might have told her about the autopsy from the case 10 years ago. I'd say there's a fighting chance at least. After all, there was a life-changing case for all of us. We really need to speak to Miss Gory herself about this, I think. Well, thank you very much. I'm not happy about any part of this. I took years for Londoners to finally forget the whole professor business. Can you not get up on this, laddie? Stop asking pointless questions. I'm sorry. I don't like dredging up these painful memories for everyone. Can you not just stay away, no? Leave me alone and didn't come back here, eh? Fine. I want to ask about the Asogi papers now. How'd you come to... excuse me. How'd you come to ken about that lady? How'd you come to ken about that lady? There's no many folks even here in the prison who've heard of those papers. Well, I can't tell him, Mr. Visual told me. I'm afraid our sources must remain confidential, sir. Yep, good old Sato. We've been led to believe that the papers are actually a last will and testament. Is that right? The professor's, or rather, Genshin Asogi's... Aye, that's right. You're well informed, Jimmy. Oh, is that the end of the silent treatment? But then, after the convict's execution, it mysteriously vanished from his cell, didn't it? Heavens no! You're off at the clock there. I think you didn't quite get your facts straight. It was there in the cell. Exactly where it should have been. Oh, not what we heard elsewhere. Okay, this is weird. Let me just have a wee hulk around in here. I'm sure I can find it. Wait a second. Aye, here you are. See? Wait a minute, it's in Japanese. The last will and testament of Genshin Asogi. Written in the calligraphy brush. Of course, I get rid of one of those Japanese squiggles. But I might say he leaves all his worldly possessions to his son back in his homeland. Yes, that's correct. That's the gist of it. So these are the Asogi papers. Why is everyone so fabulous in this game? Aye, of course they are. Papers written by Asogi, no doubt about it. There's no mystery here, laddie. That's your lot. Right. After all, that Stramash owed that slasher of an execution. We sent the man's possession back to his clan in Japan. That was the end of it. I think we ought to make a record of this, Mr. Naruto. Just in case. Okay, we got the Asogi papers. I really need to read that. I'll check it out later. I was waiting for this. Let's fucking go. One thing before you go on your way, Mr. Naruto. Funny, I did miss this exactly. You were about to, because I have like, what, less than 20 minutes left? Oh, yes. Those papers are now to do with Gregson's death. I'd prefer it if you didn't make no mention of them outside... Ah, fuck. Or rather, I would just prefer it. Consider it an order from the highest levels of our government. I understand. Wait, so I can't use this in court? Fuck. Alright, let me see what this paper says. I, Genshin Asogi, hereby request that upon my death, any and all material possession and wealth belonging to me in London be delivered to my son, Kazuma Asogi, in the Empire of Japan. I don't feel good. It is with deep sadness that I accept my fate in this foreign land, in the knowledge that I will never see my homeland or family again, but I regret nothing about my chosen path. Okay, there we go. Okay, so where do I go next? Do I go to meet, Kazuma? Wait, he didn't show his back! Aw, man, we missed this. You didn't see the back then, Hakuya. Alright, what ifs. Kazuma. He looks so good in that outfit, though. I thought it wouldn't be long before you paid me a visit, Ryunosuke. I was right about what I said, wasn't I? Sorry. That you have all the makings of a great defense lawyer. Man, you trash talk me in court saying that I'd fucking lose? Fuck you. Well, I always believed that you'd fulfill your dream of advocating in the British courts. I just never imagined for 1 second that it would be as a prosecutor. Oh no, Susan is crying. No! Seeing you stand in a foreign courtroom so gallantly, realizing your dream, Kazuma-sama. I'm truly happy for you.
And am I, thank you, truly thankful to you, Judicial Assistant Mikotoba. I think this is the second time I see, Susato cry, if anything. Ryunosuke, I always thought it would be fun for you and I to shake up the British legal system a little together. Okay, I think my lips are becoming numb. This isn't quite how I envisage it, but I suppose it's just another twist of fate. Come on, stop. Stop feeling numb. I've learned a lot of things during my time in London. About how Susato-san's father was himself a visiting student here once, along with Judge Jigoku. And about what happened with your father. Then you'll have no difficulty understanding why I had no choice. Why I had to find a way to get to Britain as a visiting student myself. I want to hear it from you, Kazuma. As you wish. Ryunosuke naruhodo. Okay, come on, come on. I think after this, like, scene, it's gonna end. Hopefully. It's getting on for a year now, since what happened on the SS Borea. We were heading across the oceans from Japan to Great Britain. Oh, when a bizarre series of coincidences led to those tragic events, I thought I'd lost my best friend forever. Yeah, I actually thought we lost Kazuma, dude. I was fucking sad. But now we lost Gregsy, and I'm even more sad. I must have been unconscious for a long time. When I awoke, I was lying on a bed. It was a narrow little room. There was a posy of flowers by the pillow. It took me a while to realize that I was in the cabin of a ship. I slipped out of the room and headed up to the deck. Were you already suffering from amnesia at that point? Yes, I didn't know what had happened, or where I was. There was just this voice in my head. You have something to do. Something no one else can know about. Go to Great Britain. I'm having chills. Your tasks await you there. Ugh. I don't know if I'm feeling numb, or I am having chills. It was a calling I couldn't ignore. It compelled me relentlessly. Out on deck, I saw that I was on a huge steamship, and we were docked on a large port.
It must have been Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? Yes, it must have been. Presumably, just before they were due to carry your body off the ship. I had no idea of the situation. But I did have the feeling that this was, in some way, my last chance. Alright, be right back. I need to use the bathroom. Blech. Right, I'm back. Holy shit. Okay. Almost there. I have no idea of the situation. But I did have the feeling that this was in some way my last chance. So I concealed myself among the disembarking passengers and went ashore. Yeah, thanks. Okay, yeah. I'm not feeling too well. I'm feeling numb all over. Holy shit. Then I disappeared into the crowded streets of that foreign port city. What? Let me check this real quick. There we go. So I could plan my onward journey to Great Britain. Fuck! You just made it longer, Kazuma! Can't you see I'm not feeling well? Just under a year ago, with all my past memory lost to me, I was left behind in Hong Kong. Everything was foreign to me. The sights, the sounds, the smell. My head reeled. I was truly at a loss. I realize now that I escaped as a dead man, with nothing but my clothes on my back. No money, of course. Shit, damn, this man survived. He's a hero.
Oh, how terrifying for you.
Luckily, though, I had 2 feathers in my cap. One being your knowledge of English, I suppose. That's right. And on the back that I was able to pick up some work as a deckhand on a cargo ship. Someone text me? No, right? Eventually, after calling out countless ports, I finally arrived at Dover. What? That must have been some 3 months ago now. Your formidable tenacity of purpose showing itself again. I mean, the man has lost his memories and had literally nothing to his name. Literally, yeah, this man.
But he still managed to make his way to London on the opposite side of the world.
Of course, I had no idea why it moved heaven and earth to get here at this point. Yeah, this man. I'm the man. Yes, you are indeed.
So, how did you end up becoming Lord Van Zeek's apprentice then?
In the old rock and roll words, Zai's the man as the CEO of Paradoxia. That can only be called an extraordinary stroke of luck, really. Wait, was I not supposed to say that? I wonder. Oh no.
I'll ignore it for now. Maybe I'll remove it. Maybe. Or censor it. Hopefully.
Yeah. You see, I was stopped at the border because I had no papers. They took me straight to Scotland Yard. Let's fucking go! And by sheer coincidence, Lord Strongheart was there to attend a meeting. That's when the second feather in my cap came into play.
Would there have been your knowledge of the law?
Yes, exactly. Lord Strongheart was curious about an Easterner with intimate knowledge of British law. He took me back with him to the Supreme Court and assigned me to the prosecutor's office. Blah.
And then 9 days ago.
But it was so cool! This is a thumbnail. This is a fucking thumbnail. Holy shit. He was so cool. With that hair. He is handsome and hot and everything. Okay. Kazuma Undertaker, that's what I'm gonna call it. He is so cool. I wanna say things. What things?
You finally got your memory back after the trial involving Drebber.
He was so cool.
Yes, I did. Okay. Ever since then, I first met you at UMA. You talked about your dream.
Mark my words, Yunosuke. I'll be chosen as a visiting student and make my way to Great Britain someday. It was cool, though.
Did you know the entire time about what happened to your father here?
Oh, this is heavy. 16 years ago. When my father left on that exciting trip to Great Britain, I was just a boy. We took a photograph together the day before his departure. It's my last memory of him. But what I remember most about my father is his unswerving sense of justice. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Oh god, okay. My arm is feeling numb. Fuck. 6 years ago, 6 years after he left, a gentleman called at our family home. He told me that Genshin, my father, had been taken ill in England and passed away. It was Professor Mikotoba, your father, Susato-san.
Oh my.
Ever since then, the professor was very good to me. He even helped to fund my university education at UMA. I'll be forever in his debt. But nevertheless, I just couldn't bring myself to believe what he told me.
Oh,
Then one day, a letter arrived at our house from Britain. There was no indication of the sender, so I opened it, assuming it was from an old acquaintance of my father.
what?
What I read in that letter changed my entire life. What? What letter?
What did you say?
It said that my father had been a mass murderer, and that the writer cursed the Asogi name.
What?
Oh no! Who could have fucking sent it to him then? As a result of that letter, I found out what had been hidden from me all those years. I'm having chills because this was mentioned in the first game. I wondered what he wanted to do with me in London. This could be it. Presumably, the letter was sent from a relative of one of the victims. If whoever it was had been a member of the judiciary, he could have been presented at that close trial. Fun stream. All right, thanks, Sakuya. I'm gonna end soon, anyways. The letter revealed that my father had been sentenced to death, executed for being a killer. Yeah, I don't feel too well. My arm is numb somewhat. Yeah, my right arm. I'm so sorry you had to find out that way. Yeah, I don't feel too good. I will take a rest after this. Maybe get some sugar or something, yeah. I imagine the British government did its very best to silence whoever sent that letter. But someone who knew the truth couldn't bear the resentment was always going to be a problem. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. I'll always take care of myself. You may not see it, like, maybe you can in my avatar or something. That I am squinting at the moment because my eyelids are too.
But still, it could have been written by anyone. Why would you believe such a thing?
Blech. Yeah, okay. There was a newspaper cutting included with the letter. It was the first I've ever heard of the professor and his terrible killing. Okay, I can't read properly anymore.
Well, what did my father have to say about the letter?
I couldn't bring myself to show it to him.
What? Why not?
Because he deliberately concealed the truth from me by telling me my father was taken by a fatal illness. That couldn't have been easy for him, and he'd done it out of consideration for my feelings. So instead, I showed the letter to Judge Jikoku. Wait! Why? The other visiting student. He faltered the briefest of moments, but then he just laughed the letter off. But in that moment, I saw it on his face. He was undeniably shocked, shaken momentarily before recovering his poise. A year later, my bereaved mother succumbed to the stain of grief, and she too passed away. That's when I made up my mind that one day, without fail, I would cross the seas to Britain and seek the truth for myself. The truth about my father, Genshin Asogi. This is a thumbnail. Just gonna call it Genshin or some shit. I wouldn't let anyone stand in my way.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
Alright, the last one. Hopefully we'll end it here. What we learned today in court turned things completely on their head. It was an impressive piece of lawyering. Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, you know. I almost don't want to believe it myself, but it turns out that Inspector Gregson himself, the victim, was... It's clear that the Inspector was behind the Reaper's activity all along. I don't believe this. No, Gregsy is not the Reaper. He wouldn't have killed all those people. If anything, he would not have been. I shit you not.
What? You mean you knew?
The real question is, who had been giving the orders to the Inspector?
Fuck.
I don't believe the fucking thing. Yes, Barak Van Zeeks is the real Reaper. And I know that 10 years ago, it was him who decided my father must be a mass murderer and sent him to the grave.
No, he was merely seeing that justice was done. As law dictates, he's not to blame.
Excuse me. Ultimately, it's people who condemned people. The law is just a tool that they use to do it. And when a man condemns another, he must take responsibility for his actions. Of course he must. But I know for certain that my father would never have taken another man's life. Kazuma. On the contrary, my father's life was taken by the Reaper. Shit. Is that all? Should I end it here? Excuse me. Okay. Kazuma, what do you make of this? The courtroom, so it seems you're still confused by the situation. I get the feeling my friend's always gonna have the edge of him, isn't he? Okay, I don't know what to do now. Inspector's identification, I don't know. I don't feel so good. Fuck. Okay. Let me just move to one more place. Okay, we got Mr. Vigil, Fresno Street Prison, Great Waterloo Hotel. There's no other place to check actually, unless... Let me see if anything... No, couldn't be. A letter of introduction. No, couldn't be. I have no idea. Okay, I think that's all from here. Mr. Visual, Fresno Street, Prison. Is this the last place? No, it's not. Shit, I don't know. Oh, fuck, man. Wait, no, that's the wrong place. Oh, I'm really not in it today. Fresno Street. What about Fresno Street? Yeah, I need to check Fresno Street. Maybe Gina's here. How about Lord Chief Justice's office? Nothing. God. Okay, can I present something to him? You know what? I'm gonna end it here. I don't feel so good. So, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Zai. Thanks Haku. Thanks GoFrost. I feel like shit right now, so I can't stream for long. I'm just gonna eat some sugar right after this. Alright, g'day everyone.